Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I'm Spirit Medium Laura, your host of this radio show. I've been channeling spirit for over 30 years and recently was chosen for the 2014 book, 100 Top Psychics in America. Here's how to LOVE love your readings on this radio show. L is for let spirit lead. O is for only one question or connection per caller. V is for validate all advice with a licensed professional. And E is for enjoy the show. Stay tuned for additional announcements. Hi, everybody. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and happy Labor Day. I don't know how happy we can be about Labor Day. As some of us look at it as the end of summer. Some of us look at it as a holiday about labor and labor laws. But in any event, it's a holiday, so let's all be happy about that. And I'm here working, and it's my great joy to do so because I have found that on these holidays, I usually get way more people than I usually do on the radio show. I guess a lot of people have time to think about what's going on in their life, and so they call into the show. So welcome. Welcome, everybody, to be here, and it's my great joy and honor to be of service to you. Tonight, the show goes approximately 1 hour in length, so right now it's 7 p.m., 7:01 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S., depending on where you are. Expect that we'll start the readings about 10 to 15 minutes into the show. Please don't reveal a lot of information. If you want a connection to spirit, think about who you want, invite them in. If you want your own life to be discussed, you want your guides to come in, think about your question, have your question ready, and don't reveal too much information. The number to get in the queue for readings is 347-945-5849, and if you go to the Blog Talk Radio website for this show, which is blogtalkradio.com/spirit-medium-Laura, you will see how to connect through Skype if you're calling from a different country. We've got a lot of people here. If you want to watch the show live, it's riveting. I'll be honest with you. I mean, watching me in front of an Asian screen is absolutely riveting, but some people are more visual, and you might enjoy watching. I actually have this simultaneously being broadcast on Google TV. So there's a live feed of this show on spiritmediumtv.com, item number 2 on that page, spiritmediumtv.com. That's the website for this show. Also, if you want to jump to the top of the queue, I set that up for you. Ooh, that rhymes. Jump to the top of the queue. I set that up for you. You can use the 5 for 5. The $5 donation goes in part to Help Animals Humane Foundation, and get you at least 5 minutes, or approximately 5 minutes on the show. And if you want to do that, just go to spiritmediumtv.com. Item 1B allows you to do that. I'm not going to have any class tonight after the show. I usually have an online class, psychic development class, primarily geared towards mediumship. But there's a lot of metaphysics stuff and success stuff in these classes. But starting next week, which will be the 8th of September, I will be doing for the month of September, interestingly enough, since we're around Labor Day, I'll be teaching Create Your Holistic Business. So if you're a person who wants to develop a business, any kind of business actually, your success quotient, even if you're going to be employed by someone else, your career will be more successful if it's based on your soul's plan for this lifetime. So this course is not only practicum of what it takes to be in business for yourself, so it is geared in that direction, like if you're a coach or a psychic, but also has aligned you properly with your dharma. Your dharma is your soul's work and your unique gifts and talents. When you use your unique gifts and talents in service, that's when the doors open up. I discovered that the hard way. As I'd worked most of my life to become money accomplished, I was a millionaire at one point. And I lost all that money through bad mistakes, although I think my soul was in the background, pulling some cords there, so that I would be forced to understand what true wealth is. And as I started to pray to God, to understand what I was doing wrong, and I just stopped trying to do what I thought was right and let go to allow a message to come in. The message was to ask that you be guided. So I started to ask that I would be guided to use my natural gifts and talents in service. And as soon as I did that, I started to get guidance. And so that's when the doors opened up for me in this direction. And it's been very, very fulfilling ever since. And certainly not in terms of money. That would follow, I'm assuming. I mean, all my bills have been paid, thank goodness. But it's more important that we have fulfillment as a human being and that we're using our talents in service. And when you do that, everything falls into place. And true wealth is having this sense of validation of self. Do you know that everybody's purpose is the same on Earth? We all incarnate to remember who we are. That's what we're here for, to remember who we are as divine beings. But I can layer down on that to more than just being a divine being of infinite nature, which is in part what I'm all about, as I'm a soul communicator, but also to understand what our unique gifts and talents are and then apply them so that we are remunerated properly, not just both in terms of money, but also fulfillment as a human being. True self-confidence can only come when one understands who they are at a deep integral level and then is expressing that. Okay, well, that's a mouthful. If I get cut off during the show, I will get back in. We haven't had any problem with that lately, ever since I fixed my problem, which I didn't have a direct connection to the internet before. I was using a Wi-Fi that was generously available in my neighborhood here. My neighbor was allowing me to use his Wi-Fi. But man, I lost like 2 years of testimonials on my website using that Wi-Fi. I didn't know it then, but apparently it's better to have a hardwired connection to the internet, not only for the radio show, but for everything else I was doing. So a couple of announcements, speaking of being on point for your soul and how the doors will open and you'll be led. I am going to be interviewed on X Zone radio show with Rob McConnell. And that's a broadcast all around the world. It's on regular terrestrial radio as well as internet and has many different outlets of which the show will be broadcast. So I'm kind of excited about that. That's going to be happening on the 25th of September. Well, the recording of the show will happen the 25th of September, and then he will allow me to know when it will be broadcast and also a link to listen to the show. And I wrote 12 questions today that he can ask of me. I don't know if he'll ask all 12, but they're kind of unusual questions. So tune into the show because it's bound to be fabulous. It's bound to be interesting. If any of you, since we're all in holiday mode today, if any of you are feeling on going away, I'm going to be on a Halloween cruise for last week of October. And on my website, you can get to if you go to spiritmediumtv.com, you'll be on a page of my website. So from there, you'll see Halloween Cruise. And there's specially priced deals changing, coming up every moment. The contact booking agents are on that page, Halloween Cruise. I got a really good deal. And it's basically going out of Fort Lauderdale on 10/27. This is the 27th of October, a 6-day, 5-night cruise to the Caribbean. Cozumel will be one of the ports, and Roatan will be another one. There's other things I could talk about, but I have all kinds of things going on. But those are the only things I'll mention today. So we'll spread the wealth a little bit. Camilla, thank you very much for your donation. I will be getting to you shortly. If anybody else wants to make a donation, please feel free to go to spiritmediumtv.com, item 2B on that page. By the way, if you want to join my mailing list, I forgot to say that. If you don't want to make a donation, but you want to join my mailing list, you could do that also. Just go to spiritmediumtv.com, and on the right, you'll join my mailing list. You'll get personal messages from me with articles, videos, invitations, updates on this show, and the subject of the day or the month or what have you. This month's going to be all about improving your success in money making by alignment with your soul. Okay, so I have this book somebody gave me for my birthday called Messiah's Handbook, and it's by Richard Bach. Okay, I think he wrote the book Jonathan Seagull a while ago. But there's so much wisdom in this book. It's so fascinating. So I will bring out something today from the book which I picked randomly. Of course, there are no accidents, right? So some of us today need to hear this. Okay, and I can't tell you what page it's on because guess what? There are no page numbers. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so here we are. The first step in dehypnotizing yourself is to realize that you've been hypnotized in the first place. Now, what the heck does that mean? Well, thanks for asking. I can't wait to tell you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say Susie B is not going to be here in the background today. It's just me, alone solo. So what do we mean by you're hypnotized? Well, did you ever realize that everything that's happening in your life is due to your belief systems? That's a form of hypnosis. Okay? If you believe that you can't find work, you will continuously perpetuate that problem. If you believe on some level that love is hard or difficult, that that love intimacy is scary to you, you'll have problems attracting love. Okay? If you believe you have to be lean and gorgeous, top shelf model, to get a man, well, you're not going to get a man. So it's very important, or love is very important to look at what's going on in your life. Because everything that's going on in your life right now is basically the dialogue or the script for your beliefs, the script for what you've been hypnotized to believe. It's very important to understand that. So if you don't know what you've been hypnotized for, look at what's going on in your life. And most of the people here sitting in the queue have something going on that they don't like, right? We all have something we don't like until we learn how to let go of things. And then we realize we're responsible for making lemonade from lemons. And that's another belief that we can have that's positive. So everything that's going on in your life right now is a reflection of your beliefs. And if you don't know what you've been believing, just look at it. Whatever is not working, you can rewrite the belief system for that. Rewrite the belief system for that. To make it better. And there's so much I could say about that, but I'm not going to go into too much lecture on it. But suffice to say that in October, I will be teaching a class called Soul Abundance, or another way to say Soul Alignment for Abundance and Mediumship. It's in part a psychic development course in that you're unblocking yourself and connecting to your own soul, opening that dialogue up, because that will allow you to set the foundation for all spirit communications. It comes through your own soul. And the other part of it is, which is the real get for most people, is that when you're in alignment with your soul, when you're communicating with your soul, that's when you learn how to make lemonade from lemons out of everything. It's not hard. It just has to do with understanding that you are an infinite being of omnipotent and omniscient power. And when you get that, you're no longer frightened of anything. You no longer feel less than. And your life starts to take on a whole new character to it. Okay, so let me just double check here to see if we've got any other. We do have another donation, and that would be Brian, which Brian, I'll get to you after Camilla, if I can find Camilla. Hopefully I can. Oh, Brian, you follow directions so beautifully. That's a nice thing. Okay, so I'm going to go to Camilla, and then I'll be going to Brian and anybody else who's in the queue. As you see, there's a lot of people here today, so I'm going to try to get to as many as I can. Okay, so I'm going to area code 202, which should be Camilla. Hello, Camilla. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great, honey. What's up? What can I do for you?
I'm calling to check in about a relationship that I'm interested in being in. I'm really digging this guy who's a friend of mine. I want to see if something's going to happen, how he feels.
Did you ever call? You didn't call in yet about this, did you, honey? I don't think so, right? You didn't? No. Okay, good. All right, let me just, I'm going to go to a question. Is does he dig her or not? I'm going to start with that question. You may already feel he likes you. Oh, I could think that you feel he does like you already. I think you kind of already know that. What you're really trying to ask is this going to go somewhere, as you hope it will? And I also have a sense that he might be giving you some signals and or words that make you feel that he has plans for this to go somewhere. Am I correct, love?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he does want to be with you. The only thing that could stop this from happening is, sometimes people have the best intentions, but they don't always follow through. And I think you might be a little insecure about that, because I think you already know everything I've said, but it's the follow through. Let me just look at the follow through. Will he be able to? Because it seems like there's a lot that has to happen for this to work the way he's saying to work. Yeah, he will follow through. If I have to make a prediction, and I'm going to qualify that in a moment for you to understand predictions better, that it looks like the planets are in alignment for what he's saying to happen. It feels like there's things he has to set up. It feels like there's things he has to clear up before he can allow himself to be fully available for you. And he does have pure intention to do that. And as well as his intention, it also seems that fate and or destiny will be supporting that. Now, what I need to say here is that any prediction does have a lot to do with free will. But the way it is right now, everything is in alignment for that. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he is honest. He really truly means what he's saying. And it looks like on the underbelly, the underpinnings of it, it is quite likely that it can happen just as he's saying. You know, like you may say to yourself, oh, you know, he's saying this, he's saying that, he's saying this, he's saying that, but can it really happen? Well, yes, it can. So you're being validated there, and you will get what you want in the long run, it seems. You do need to be a little patient. You do need to.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm being very patient.
You do need to be very self-sufficient for now. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's the part I'm having issues with, but I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, because if you're too dependent, it won't work out because you'll lose your patience. It's more than patience. You know, patience is almost willpower. But if you fill your life up with things you love to do, in the interim, keep yourself busy and keep telling yourself that you are loved now, and you don't need to be completed with love, and you're open to whatever life brings to you, this relationship has a strong chance of being able to take hold as it promises to do. There's a little sense of you having some kind of creative hobby or something like that, either visual art or something creative. What do you do, honey? What's a hobby of yours?
I am a visual editor.
Yeah. So why don't you, just focus in on that. I know you do it as a profession, but see if you can align some other things outside of work that will allow you to keep yourself busy, because it's the creativity that allows all of us, it's not just for you I'm saying this, but for everybody listening, when we do things that are creative, we are connecting to our soul. And when we, right? Absolutely. And when we connect to our soul, we are no longer insecure about having someone or not having someone. We align with that omnipotent, omniscient core of ourself. In 12-step programs, we call it letting go to our higher power, to our divine nature. And when we do that, we no longer need people, places, or things to complete us. So it's a principle. So the principle here is follow your creative activities, and then when there seems to be times when you can't hear from him, and in those interims, if you do what I'm telling you, when he calls or when he connects or whatever, you'll be like, who? Oh yeah, hi honey. You'll be like onto something else, and when he calls, it'll be a beautiful surprise, and then that'll get more frequent. But he does need to clear up some activity that's there that seems to be from the past relationship and or commitments that are there. Okay.
Yeah, he just got out of a relationship, so that makes sense. And he's dating, so I just wanted to see if something would come of it, and it sounds like it will, so that's great.
Well, what I'd like you to tell me, because what I'm getting is he's kind of like talking a big talk, like, oh, I think he's giving you some idea he'd like you and he to get together.
Yeah, it's very, I'm reading a lot of subtext, actually. He doesn't say much at all.
Okay. Well, I'm getting that he does. So that's add that in. Maybe your subtext is maybe you probably are very intuitive because you are an artist. So add that in, that there is an interest there. But you know what? Because he still has some business from the past to clear up emotionally, he may want to just be loose for a little bit. So that's maybe why he's not saying as much. So
yeah, I guess you can see that.
Yeah. So right.
Do you have a timetable, or?
Well, let me just finish what I was going to say. What I was going to say is, so that's why it's extremely important for you to seem not needy. Okay, because that will allow him to come closer to you. Time frame. Well, it's not instant. It's an evolution here. Like 6 to 8 months before he's fully fledged in your life. There's a lot of healing that has to go on. Doesn't mean you won't be seeing him. And it doesn't mean that you won't be doing things with him, but it's going to be a while before it actually comes to pass that the two of you are, more in a relationship. But in the interim, you'll be dating him, as he'll be dating other people, as you said. I have a feeling of a younger person, a girl, around the situation. Either he has a girl, you have a girl. Does anybody have a girl? Little daughter?
Daughter. No, he has it's like a stepdaughter.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So that's before the relationship he was in, or is that the one he was just in?
That he was just in.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just sensed that. It's also consideration because he doesn't want to lose the daughter in certain respect. So he may have to, it just adds a complexity to the situation. Don't worry about it. It's all going to work out. Keep yourself busy. Love yourself. Be in love with yourself. Make yourself your soulmate. And it looks like this man does want to move closer to you. You seem to be ideally suited for each other in many ways.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. If he can commit, I'm good.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye-bye, honey. Yeah, it is hard for us, anybody really. Once you get, it's very important to understand this. In relationships, we quite often become very, very addicted. We need to have somebody else there. We're very much into this. All of us human beings. Oh, I found somebody I love, and it makes us feel good. It blots or solves that existential crisis of being alone. But the only way out of that, the best way to have a healthy relationship, is to align with Source. And that will allow you to create the best relationship with yourself first, and then you can attract in ideal relationships. So always keep that in mind. Get the relationship with yourself going first, and every other relationship will follow suit. Okay, I'm going to Brian, area code 702. I think this is him. Is this you, Brian?
Yes, it is. Thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Now, where is 702? Is that Virginia?
Vegas.
Vegas. Oh, how exciting. All right. By way. Oh, okay. The 702 is in West Virginia? No, I used to live.
I just relocated.
Well, is it 702 the area code in the Vegas area? I'm just curious.
Actually, 702, but I just relocated from West Virginia. It's 304.
So Vegas is 304, but 702 is West Virginia.
No, Vegas is 304. Vegas is 702. West Virginia is 304. I'm sorry.
Okay, not a problem. I love your accent. See, I got you to talk, and I can hear that beautiful accent. Okay, what are we doing for you this? Oh, you're welcome. What are we doing for you this evening, please?
Well, I'm not a word of confusion, but it's interesting things going on in regards to women. Before I couldn't get women to, I couldn't get women that were on my level for it seemed like forever. But right now, this year, I have had a lot of, opportunities to date. But my ex-girlfriend called me out of the blue today, and I'm also talking to somebody right now that I'm not really sold on. And I just want to know, when do you see me being sold on a female?
Sold on
a going to be the one.
Oh.
Not basically sold, but somebody who I'm good to settle down with.
Yeah. Okay. These are kind of loaded questions. The first thing I think to myself is when you want to be, right? But let me go to a deeper level, sweetheart. Okay, it's Brian W. Well, there's somebody there I see. She's got long, dark hair. I think you might be talking to her right now. And that's not too far. Okay, there's a woman I see, and I don't know where she is time-wise yet. She's kind of foxy looking. She's got long dark hair. She looks like she's dressed kind of seductively, what you are in Las Vegas. Like she could be a cocktail waitress or something like that. She's very pretty, very pretty. But I feel there's a relationship from the past with this female. Okay, and I feel that learning to trust her is one of the issues here. So either you've gone there to be around her, or she's somebody that you're going to run into there that you know from the past. There's some kind of connection from the past, or you're going to feel like you know her from the past, maybe because she's a past life connection. But she's very pretty. She has long dark hair. It's straight. If it's not naturally straight, then she straightens it. She's looks like I see her two ways, one with bangs, one without bangs. Do you know this woman now, please?
Possibly is one of my sister's friends that I really want to talk to. That's one I really want to talk to right now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I see her.
She's kind of exotic. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I see her. She's like, it's funny how they show it to me. Spirit shows it to me. It's like she's in the lower right area. If I look at your body, she's kind of like out from your body over there. I don't know how to interpret that. I never could really. I do feel that you are going to get to talk to her more. I do feel you are going to get to talk to her more, and I do feel you're going to have that opportunity coming up really soon. However, it's going to be longer before it develops into anything that that she's in agreement about. In other words, there's going to be a little bit of cautiousness, or she's going to be a little hard to get, I guess, a little coquettish, if you will. She does have the attention of a lot of people. Okay, she's a little bit. She is difficult to come by, difficult to have time with on a calendar, but she does like you. And I hear fine. She likes you fine. Interesting. I like this. This is a cute one. But I hear about 4 months things are going to be more like that you'll be actually dating. So just relax. Okay. Yeah, just relax. You can pursue her, but you need to pursue her in a way that seems a little aloof. Allowing her to come closer to you. You don't want to come on like gangbusters because that'll push her away.
Of course.
Oh, you know that. Okay. It's like, like friendly things, maybe through. You said she's a friend of your sister's?
Yeah, her and my sister were good friends, which I was very cautious about because they are in business together. But the problem is like, you know what, go for the but do it at the right time. So everything you're saying is kind of confirming to I kind of knew in my inner self, right? Because we go to school, we go to the same university right now, and so that's kind of interesting because she kind of hit me up and told me, it's like, hey, I go to the same school you're going to right now, so let's meet up. And what happened was that whole message, that whole dialogue we had, mysteriously disappeared.
Oh.
So I'm not sure what happened to that, whether it was within the angels and the heavens, I'm not sure, but I'm a firm believer everything should happen at the right time, so I'm not pushing it, but that's kind of feeling going to happen, like you said.
Well, let me just say this. I do feel that she likes you a lot. The only thing is, but the only thing is that if you make a mistake with this coming on too strong thing, which you already know about, that it will push her away. It'll push her away because she gets that from a lot of people, and I hear her saying, she looks at that as jerky. She doesn't look at that as something that's intriguing to her. So she does like you a lot. It's a funny thing because, you have to come closer to her, but you can't do it in a way that's too clumsy. So let it develop. It has to have an organic kind of process to it where, maybe you're both talking about school together, or you're running into each other at a certain place, or maybe your sister's an intermediary, get the two of you at the same place at the same time. But I do feel that she does like you. You just need to be careful how you develop it and don't overdo it.
Gotcha.
Okay, and about 4 months, 3 to 4 months, looks like it's going to be much more in your life. But right now it's developmental stage. Okay?
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. Take care. Bye.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay, that was interesting. That was fun. Okay, I'm just going to go to the switchboards now. If anybody does want to jump to the top of the queue, we have about 30 minutes left. I don't like to take too many people after 30 minutes into the show that make a donation, but you have the next couple of minutes to do so. That's spiritmediumtv.com, item 1B. As I told you, I have way more people that I can get to. Okay, I'm going to area code 914. And who am I speaking with?
Hi, my name is Christine. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, my pleasure, Christine. And what can I do for you this evening, honey?
Well, I'm actually calling about a question. Well, basically, I am going to be unemployed coming up soon because the job that I have right now is temporary.
Hold on. Just give me your question. Not too much background because then you influence me.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Just give me your question, sweetheart.
I'm just wondering, what I should be doing in terms of career for my next step.
Let's see what we get for you, love. Well, the first thing I want to say is that you kind of know what you want to do. And there seems to be somebody close who feels like your mother or someone like a mother to you, an older female that keeps giving you advice that is correct. Okay? And the first thing I need to know is, do you understand that you know what, because I feel that you have in your heart what you want to do. What you're really asking me, is it going to come to you? Do you understand, please?
Yes.
Okay, it is going to come to you. And the advice you're being given by this older female, feels motherly in nature, is correct. And that she's always been giving you the right advice. And so you need to heed it a little bit more. She says to follow your heart. Mom says to follow your heart. So you do need to follow your heart. You need to give it a chance to come to you. You need to be patient. You do need to try. Now let me just see the job that's ending and how to get started. The new thing. I just want to see if I can give you any directives here. Hold on. So keep listening to this female that's around you, you know, because you can't talk to me 24/7, but she is giving you sound advice. I do hear something about it does require more education. I think you're wondering, how am I going to do that and still earn a living? I also get something about somebody, maybe she or somebody, saying to you, well, that's okay, we'll help, we'll work it out somehow. Do you understand, please? Does it make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, she will help you, just as she's saying. I know it's still going to be a hardship because you don't really want to be without income. You're too old for that. You're not old, but you're just feeling, you know, I don't want to be like a student without a buck to spare. You know, you may be able to get a part-time job during the day to help, and I know it's a long haul, but it is the right thing for you to go into what you want to go into, because in the long run it will serve you well. So it's almost good that the job you're in now is ending, because it's forcing you to make a decision, and you should make the decision that you want to make, the one that's in your heart. And Spirit's in the background giving me a lot of advice. That's why I sound so jumpy. But I kind of get the sense of it being either something in, it seems like healthcare and beauty seems to be around this. What is the career you're wanting, honey?
Well, I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of torn between two different things, but healthcare and beauty, that's not really what I was thinking. I was thinking more like in terms of going out into nature.
Okay, let's talk about this, darling, because you need to have this refined. Because going out into nature ain't no job. Okay, it's not a career. Okay. Okay, so let me just say again what I felt. Healthcare and beauty. What is it about nature that appeals to you, darling?
Well, I would love to be some kind of like a field biologist or something like that. I'm studying nature.
Okay, so that's it can be healthcare. You can look at it as science like that. And you can ultimately get into ways that eventually will have to do with people and the way they look and appearance. We don't know the application for it. But what I do feel is that you should be doing something in the sciences, and that would be the healthcare aspect of it. Okay? So however you get into it, backdoor in from just looking at biology and how things work, looks like ultimately is going to move in the direction of application for humans. In some way. Okay? And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of going back to school. You'll find a way to do it. The monies will be there. You will be supported by your loved ones around you who want to see you successful.
Okay.
Okay, sweetie?
Okay.
All right, honey. God bless.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, let me just take a look at something here. Okay, coming right back. I am now going to go to 630. Hello.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. And what's your name?
Lisa?
Lisa or Visa?
Lisa.
Lisa with an L. Okay, Lisa, what can I do for you, honey?
So I want to know how long you might think it might be before I get a new job. I'm looking.
Okay, let's see here. For some reason, I just want to say this before I get to your question. Why do I feel that New Jersey around you? Where do you live?
What energy?
I feel New Jersey around you. Where do you live?
Oh, no. Illinois.
Okay. I don't know why I feel New Jersey around you, so I just want to let you know that maybe it's some significance in some way, and maybe it's something to do with work coming in. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay. Well, you've been employed before. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding a new job. But the problem is that the jobs that you're looking for, they're easy enough to come by, but it's really not very exciting to you. Okay. It's easy enough to get any old job. and you don't have to worry about that. You'll get any old job pretty soon. Okay, Spirit wants you to look at what you really want to do. Take the any old job. I see within 3 to 4 weeks you'll have another one. But they want you to look at what you really want to do, because then you'll have less of that jumping around. Okay, and one of the reasons why you kind of lost the job. I think you lost it, right? You kind of, the way you said the question sounded like you lost it or it ended or whatever. It was temporary. I don't know. How did you? Why are you unemployed, honey? You lost it, or you were asked to? You were laid off or something?
Yeah, it wasn't a good fit. I was at too high a level doing something that I really wasn't good at, and
Okay.
it just wasn't.
All right.
It was very stressful. I have to be at a lower level now at this point in my life.
Oh, Bubba, you poor baby. Well, we want you. Your guides want you to be.
Wow.
The guys want you to think about what you really want, and they want you to kind of prepare for that. And then you'll have less of this instability. You'll have less of this instability.
So do you think the next position then, you think I'll be employed in about 4 weeks?
3 to 4 weeks, you'll have another job. It won't take that long, but it's not going to be the ultimate, because there's something wrong with the way you're looking at work. It's not like you're looking for something that you really want to do, or that you're set to do, or that you can do. It's like you're just going for jobs. Oh, I need a job.
Well,
You see?
no, but I'm trying to go at a lower level within the field I'm in, because this is where my skill set is at my age, and I need to kind of, continue working the next, 10 years. And I've got to, I want to be at a lower level. This is what I want right now, and that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
And that I'll take, with the pay cut, even that's to me more to be at the right level where I can work administratively, do my job, and I feel that that is the right thing for me now. That's what I need to do.
Okay, but listen to me. Listen to me. See, when I have people I just take randomly in from the phone queue, I get into this kind of round robin. For some reason, the people that make the donations, they thought their question through, but you're not thinking things through. What I want you to do, and what I need to tell you is, I feel that your past has been riddled with instability. Can you please confirm that, please? Like, in other words, you get a job and then it changes, or something's wrong with it.
The last couple years.
Okay, because I feel it, and it's really upsetting to you. I could feel the stress in you from it, literally. It's very, very, it's also affecting your self-esteem. It's affecting everything. So it doesn't mean you have to change careers, but we need to get you stabilized. Okay, so if we went to a lower level with the career you're in, because your goal is just to kind of coast through to retirement, you're not ready to go, start up a whole new career again. Let's look at, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
But
look.
not just to coast. I really want to make a difference. I really want to do a good job. I really want to help people. You know what I mean? I still have all those goals.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's go to that. I want to just make sure that you have the right parameters, because I feel the next job won't be exactly right yet, but we need to think it through, because you may have an iteration or 1 or 2 more before you're in a stable position that's bringing through everything that you're looking for. So you've given it some thought. You want to be employed and have stability, obviously. You've decided, and that may not be true, but you've decided that it needs to be lower level, but you do want to make a difference. You want to feel that there's meaning in your work. What I feel is going to happen next, because you're going to need money right away, you can't wait forever, is you're going to get any old job, just something fast. Okay? It'll be in your field. Won't be out of your field. But I want you to keep looking, but thinking about what you want, because it's going to take a little bit of tweaking till you're finally in a job where, okay, you may not be making tremendous amount of money, but at least you're using whatever you do have to offer, and you're feeling every day fulfilled. That job will stick with you for quite a while. And that's all I'm trying to say. So you will get employment.
Okay.
Yeah, so you will get employment shortly, but it's not going to be the ultimate. The ultimate will come through right thinking, which you're going to be doing, because I've told you and you're already doing it. Right thinking of what you want, because that other kind of job with more connection to it is there for you. Okay, it is there for you.
So you're saying then that even though, like, when I'm employed, I might then still need to be thinking about it and starting to think about, like, interviewing still.
Exactly.
For something else.
Exactly.
So that I won't be long at the new job, or I hope I won't be let go. I mean, I don't know.
Well, what I'm trying to
do a good job.
Oh, you're so cute. Well, I want you to be prepared for moving through 1 to 3 more jobs before you're in the ultimate, and not to think anything wrong with that, because you have to go through that process, because the job that ultimately you'll stick with is not ready right now. It's not available right now, but you have to pay your bills now. So it's going to get closer to you, destiny-wise. But you right now, your work to do is to go into the jobs you have available and not be disappointed because the right job is coming towards you. Just keep plugging.
Okay.
Okay?
And then my last question with that is, like sometimes I get really down and think not even in a month or two, it could be a lot longer before I find something, and you know, just because the market's not that good, but I am very skilled. So I don't know, like, I'm glad to hear that you're saying in a month, because I get like really kind of scared about that it might take like really, really long time or something like that.
No, I get that you're going to find something pretty quickly, and the market is not that. You're not going to be able to get exactly what you want right away, though. That's all I'm trying to say. And that'll be okay because you'll pay your bills. And then longer term, you're going to get something that fits you perfectly. And that's what you need to keep thinking about and praying for every day and visualizing for yourself and not feeling discouraged if you're not in the right job just yet. I'm just trying to help you see the difference. But you will find something that will pay the bills.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying, man. And will I be paid properly? Because, I mean, I can't just, like, live on nothing, you know.
Well, what do you think you're going to get paid? I do. I feel so.
It's going to be decent.
There you go.
I mean, I don't think it'll be huge. It's not going to be a huge job, but I think
you'll be paid just fine, sweetheart. It doesn't pay to worry. Oh, I like that. Doesn't pay to worry. It doesn't pay you to worry. Just go out and get a job. You'll be paid fine.
Can I ask you one more thing? Okay, can I ask you one more thing? I'm buying a condo, and I'm supposed to be moving in a couple weeks. That's with office instability. I'm in between right now. I had a condo, sold that, so now like I'm in temporary housing. Do you still see that happening this month as part of this process? Because I feel like that's got to happen before I go into this new job even. You know what I mean? I got to get out of here. I'm in temporary housing. I'm set up in 2 weeks for my closing. But I'm just praying that everything's okay with that, because that's got to happen. It's an absolute thing that's got to happen.
Okay, now
to go on to the next step and everything.
Okay, I try to spread the wealth of the readings and not give you a full life reading on, just for you, because I have a lot of people waiting. But I will tell you, and I'm saying this for everybody to understand, I will tell you that it feels like everything's going to be happening in unison. In other words, you'll be getting the job while you'll be working on the move thing. You'll have to multitask, and you'll do very well at that. So don't get frightened of that, but you will have to multitask.
I'm supposed to have my closing in 2 weeks or 3 weeks about. So it's going to be right near that time then, after the closing, that I'll have to then still be putting things away at the same time starting a new job. Is that what you're saying? And you just have to do it.
That's what I just said. Multitask. You're going to have to multitask. And, sometimes things aren't that easy or straightforward, but you'll be able to do it. You're strong. You're a lot stronger than you think you are.
So much.
You're welcome, honey. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless.
Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see if we got any donations. We do. We have a Karen. Okay, Karen, I'll pick you up in a second. I'm trying to get to everybody, so please, everybody, be polite and, don't ask. I can't give you a full life reading. Each person is. Okay, so we have a 954, a Karen. I'm trying to see if I have 954. Let me see the next 3 digits of the number. 954 438. We have a couple of them because we have a lot of people waiting. Okay, I'm going to Karen at 954 438. Hey, Karen, how are you, sweetie?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good, love. What can I do for you this evening?
Good. I'm worried about a lot of things in my life lately. I've been having like crazy dreams, and my main question is, what do you see my career being in?
Oh boy, we went from crazy dreams.
I have crazy dreams.
Okay, and let me say something else. For some reason or other, I feel, and I'm not trying to do mediumship for you, but a father figure follows you around.
A father figure?
Yeah, that could be grandpa or your father or someone like that, or a man that was in your life as a father. It's an older man that's around you that also is trying to help you with this. Usually when we have...
Oh my God.
Yeah, usually
I'm
when
sorry.
is that
So
ups?
sometimes I could feel like I'm not alone, you know?
Oh, okay. Well, I feel that strongly, and usually father figures, literally our fathers, they're usually there to help us survive on Earth, with work and
Right.
all that other stuff. So you're thinking about work, and I also feel there is a male to you, father figures caring about you, and actually, he's not necessarily literally a father, but he's somebody that was close to you growing up. Okay, so let me move into your question. Hold on. I don't know why he's a very strong person wanting to come through. It's hard for me to get
Oh,
him
then
off.
let him come through. Let him come.
Maybe he's going to be the one that's going to give you the answer. Okay, so
Maybe so.
I see a man. He's got white hair. It's like it's kind of nappy. It's kind of curly, very close to his head. He's got a full head of hair. He's like a family friend around the family when you were growing up. And he shows me himself doing something. Looks like something in transportation and motors, something like that, and motors, and he's mechanically inclined, an old family friend. And I don't know why he presents sweetheart. You may not even remember him or anything, but I just want to clear that out and get it through the channels here. Because if he's not directly grandpa or father, I don't know why he's there. Okay? Does that resemble anybody that you can recognize, please?
I know a guy that's Sam. His name is Bob, but I don't recall what he did as a work.
Okay.
What did he do as money income?
Okay. Well, then I just see this man. I also see. Let me see what else I see with him. Yeah, he's just around you. He's trying to help you figure this out. And he feels that working with your hands is better than any other kind of work because that's what he did when he was on Earth. He worked with his hands. He's more mechanically inclined. He was a mechanic or somebody like a mechanic, whatever that means. Somebody who was able to put things together and to figure things out in construction, putting things together. Okay, so I don't know why he won't go away, but he wants to talk a little bit. We're going to go to you now in a moment and see what we can do with you and your career. Now, Karen, what's the first letter of your last name, honey? What's the last letter? P. Okay, Karen P. Karen P. I'm going to go there, honey. Just wait for a second.
Okay.
You have to work with your hands also. There's something to do with you. You need to be a hands-on person. And anything.
I figured that.
Yeah, anything that you do will be using your hands. You need to see results from effort. You have an artistic sensibility. In other words, whatever you do, you like to see the results, and it's a visual orientation to it. You've thought of this before, but you never made the commitment. You're being encouraged now to go forward with this, to work with your hands, and to be creative. Now, that can mean a few different things. But I have a feeling it's more like in the area of beauty or health care, beauty care, like a beautician or a hairdresser or a makeup artist or something like that. Have you been thinking about that at all?
Oh no.
What have you been thinking of doing?
I graduated from nursing school, but every time I take my exam, I fail. So now I'm getting discouraged of whether I should keep pursuing trying to get my license or should I try to do something else? Because I'm 27 now and I feel like I'm wasting time.
No, you should stay there, honey. Okay, so that's kind of like healthcare. Beauty and healthcare is kind of related, but it's a higher level. So what that means is you either may have to drop down to a lower level of nursing care, get some kind of certification, and then continue to try to get the test, because that is right for you. It is working with your hands in a way. You're not, sculpting on somebody's head, although you may actually do some work where you're actually touching people, but that's fine. Now that's right for you. Okay, that is right for you. Okay, but there's going to be something to do with it when you get into nursing. I think you might end up doing something that has to do with cosmetic procedures. Okay, so that means that you might be able to get a certification rather than go to nursing. You might be able to go to something that has to do with maybe laser work on somebody, or something to do with tattoos and or tattoo removal or tattoo makeup. If you have a nursing background, there's many ways you can apply it, and it would have to do more with visuality, and it would mean, because every time things don't work out for us, we're being instructed by Spirit to adjust what we're doing. And so I got this feeling of beauty and healthcare kind of combining for you. So I want you to think about that, because I feel in your heart of hearts you are interested in things that have to do with looking better and that have to do with medical procedures. Okay.
That's just so weird. Like, that went total left field. I would never think about that.
Yeah, and it'll be a no-brainer to get into it. You have the training, maybe you didn't become a nurse per se, but you go in this other direction, which is a higher end. You need some healthcare knowledge, but you'd use it in a new way. So that's what I want you to look for, and it's something that's going to be hands-on, and you're going to be helping people feel better about themselves, particularly in the area of appearance. Okay, and now, will you ever pass your nurse test? Yeah, you could if you keep pounding at it, but I have to sense that if you did that when you're in the nursing profession, you would feel like unfulfilled, because, again, going back to what I told you, you like to see results. If you can see the result of your effort, you're going to feel very satisfied. You're going to be helping people feel better about themselves, I think, through appearance, and it's going to use your medical background.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, honey, and I think that will serve you well. And your friend of the family, Bob, it looks like he's trying to shout, work with your hands, work with your hands. That's what he was trying to say. Okay?
Work with your hands. Okay.
Okay, so for example, if I want to go have laser hair removal, I'd have to go to somebody who has a medical background but also knows how to use that equipment. If I wanted to permanent makeup, you got to have a medical background and then an artistic. You have something artistic about you. Okay, you have something artistic about you. So it's going to be combined: medicine, artistry, technology. Look around.
Okay.
Okay, love?
Okay.
All right.
Interesting. Can I ask you one more question? Like, do you ever see me finding love?
Okay, I can only do one issue per caller, donation or otherwise. Otherwise, it gets to be a full reading, and then you can hire me for reading if you'd like, love. But yes, you will find love eventually. You will find love eventually, but you need to take care of your work first. And yes, I do readings. Yes, I do.
Okay, great.
You're welcome, honey.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Yeah, everybody, I love you all, but I can't stay too long on one person because I have to share the wealth. And if you do need a real reading, full reading, then just feel free to call me. And set one up or go to Spirit Medium TV. There's a sale for readings right there. Item 1A, right on Spirit Medium TV is a sale. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Now, I don't know why I see 954-380 as waiting 50. Oh, I did a 954 down there, maybe. I think this person is next. 954-380. Hi there. Who's this?
Hi, how are you? I'm Jay. Hi.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I guess you're down here in Southeast Florida, huh?
I am.
I
am enjoying the sun.
Oh, God. How could anybody enjoy the sun? You'd be burnt to crisp in like 2 seconds.
We're baking over here.
I'm telling ya, everybody listening that's calling from other parts of the country, during the day in Florida has been exceptionally toasty. So, so what can I do for you, Jay?
Well, I have a question. It's kind of the same question as the first caller. I'm interested in someone, and I have some stuff to clear out, and I'm pretty sure she has some stuff to clear out, but I don't even know if she's really that interested. I know that she's open, but I don't know if she's even interested. I'm wondering if you're picking up on it.
Give me her initials, please.
It's W.
Both first and last.
Oh, W, and the last is E, as an elephant.
Okay. By the way, everybody listening, if I ever ask for a name and you don't want to reveal, you can always make up a pseudonym. I just need something because it pushes me to the energy. Hold on. Yeah, she's interested. A little. Let me just see what's going on with that. Because the first thing, I was projecting what you said. The less you tell me, the better. Then I'm not influenced. But I was projecting that you said you didn't think her. So, but now I hear she is. But she's very distracted by work, and also responsibilities at home. It feels like sometimes she has somebody to take care of or something like that. Does she already have a child? Feels like she has somebody there.
I don't know if she has a child. I do know that she has quite a few people in her home. I don't know too much about her.
Oh, okay.
Personal life because I try to keep it.
Yeah. Well, I feel that she has to take care of people in the home. Maybe she's a younger sibling or something like that, or there's, just the fact that she's around all these people. But there's always somebody around that needs something from her, and she's never free to do exactly what she wants to do. Although she is very pretty, she seems to have money issues. Not a lot of money, not able to come and go and do exactly what she wants to do when she wants to do it. But I also feel. Hold on. God, there's so much going on with this person. It's so many different directions I go in. As I say that to you, I see her very pretty. She's a long, lean kind of build.
Oh, yeah.
She's very attractive, and she doesn't seem to be that old. I don't know, it could be late 20s the most, if not late teens to early 20s. I don't know, anyway, from 18 to 28. How old is she?
25.
25, okay. And what I do see is because she's like harried or harassed or overwhelmed with her living situation, her home, that she likes to steal away to go out and have fun with her friends. And so when she does that, so what you've got here is a person that's always distracted by something. She's reacting to the fact she likes to get out because her home is it upsets her. It's like, she just wants to run away sometimes. So she goes out with friends and family. She uses that as an escape. So she tries to escape from her living arrangements. She doesn't have enough money to move out on her own. So you got a lot of competition here because of all these things going on in her life. And she sort of takes you for granted. It feels like she sees you on a regular basis, either you're come together for business or she comes to see you just because she's there for some other reason. Okay. She's there for another reason, and there's no real reason for her to be dating you or anything. But she likes you, but she's taking you like, oh yeah, that's Jay. She doesn't think anything of it, more or less. So you may have to just take the stab here. Let me just see something. If you were to ask her out, what would happen? Hold on. Yeah, I think she'd go with you. I know it's a little awkward, though, to just ask her out since you're working with her. And it's almost like you're coming out of the closet and say, I like you. You know what I mean? You go from like being casual and being around her as a colleague or coworker, and then all of a sudden you're asking her out. I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen without it seeming too obvious, because that's the way to go here. Let me see what we can do with that. Well, what I get is it seems that there could be something related to work. Either people get together from work or there's something going on around work that you can talk to her about and or go to something and maybe say, come on, let's go together. Be friendly, make friends, and see if you can create something around work that you both have in common. And that if it's, what do you do together?
We work at a university. We work at a university together. She's the new admissions consultant.
Okay. Because it feels like, really, and she doesn't have money. Interesting. Oh, yeah, I know it's more of a sales job is what that is. She's going to do well with it, though, but she needs to get that going. So if there's any kind of training or retraining or things like that, or at times where you can kind of get closer to her, that won't be too obvious that you're trying to get to know her better, that's the way to go with this. When it looks like she is going to do well with this job. Let me just double check that, because if she does, then she'll be around longer rather than shorter. They have high turnover in that position is what I'm being told. 1 second, please. This is W.E. Will she be there, yes or no? Yeah, she's smart. She'll be able to do well in her job. She has tenacity.
90 seconds.
And she really wants to do well. So I feel she will be around for a while, and she'll probably be moving into another job after that within a year. So try to work some way to get connected with her related to work for now, and then I do feel that you'll be able to make more of it as time goes on. But it needs to be delicately handled.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. God bless.
God bless you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I've got I don't really.
60 seconds.
I have 60 seconds, but I am going to take one more person. And I hope I'm not going to somebody I picked before. I'm going to go to 330, and the show will probably go a little longer. Hi, 330. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Rhonda.
What's your name?
Rhonda.
Rhonda. This not a Rhonda I know, right? This is not the Rhonda I know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, sweetie, get to your question then, honey, right away, because we have a minute to go.
Okay, I'm wondering if my ex-husband is going to refinance the house out of my name soon.
Nope, he's not. I don't know if that's good or bad for you, but I get a big no on that.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to work. It's going to work out for you. Everything's going to work out just the way you want it. Okay, so don't you be worried. Don't you be fearful.
10 seconds.
It was meant for you.
Okay.
It was meant for you to get through because we have like 10 seconds left. So that's your answer. No, we will not. Everything will work out for you for highest good. God bless, sweetheart, and thanks for calling in.
Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for listening. Happy Labor Day. I look forward to working with everybody Wednesday at 1 o'clock. If you can come in, I do all mediumship that day. And then Monday, next week, I do another show like this. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Take care.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Oh.